All right, first off, let me say thank you for inviting me to be a part of this meeting. We're always excited to find new ways to partner with communities and to provide opportunities that improve the quality of life for Kansans. So to start, as you all know, transportation is about roads and bridges, but it's also about so much more. It's about healthcare. As technology and the needs of our communities are changing, we're changing too. Through the promotion of benefits of partnering with CanCare and Logisticare, 34 transit providers in the KDOT network are now registered to provide non-emergency medical transportation. And as we know we also know that medical services are provided may shift conservatively with technology. Telemedicine will open up new ways to treat patients and for patients to access quality care no matter where they are. We have to be prepared for shifts from people traveling to the pharmacies, instead to medicine being delivered by drone. It's about education. This year, more than 491 children will go to school in Kansas. 491,000 children will go to school in Kansas. Whether they're walking, biking, or riding a bus, we need to make sure they're as safe as possible. And it's about technology. As a transportation agency, we take seriously our responsibility to help facilitate a strong broadband network, whether that's so we can have sensors that allow connected vehicles to keep our highways safer, or it's utilizing right-of-way to install broadband infrastructure and increase access across the state and greatly expanding economic and health outcomes. Technology has really flipped the script for how we think about expanding economic opportunities in our state. For example, we've often stressed the importance of bringing jobs to our communities, but now we have the power to bring our workers to the jobs too. Its economy. Kansas's location is a huge economic advantage. 85% of the nation's population is within a 2-day drive from here, which provides tremendous opportunities for logistics markets today and in the future. It's important to acknowledge that transportation is more than getting our exports to market, although that's incredibly important. Another economic component is getting workers to jobs. The greater Kansas City area launched a Big 5 effort focused on how transportation and infrastructure generate economic growth. In a survey of the businesses, the majority of respondents listed transportation as important to their businesses. And you might be surprised that it wasn't just highways that they were concerned about. They listed city streets, public transit, and pedestrian access as important too. Making sure that our infrastructure meets the needs of Kansans helps ensure a strong future for everyone. And we have a big responsibility. Our system is the 4th largest in the nation. It provides the ability to reach the Pacific, Atlantic, and Gulf coasts in less than 3 days. And because of this, over $600 million in freight is transported daily, which is why the Eisenhower Legacy Transportation Program, or IKE as we like to call it, was created and passed by the legislature in 2020. So our IKE program is guided by 3 key principles. The first is partnerships. We want to leverage partnerships because it allows us to deliver more for Kansans. This includes external partnerships with local communities, legislators, and businesses. With all of our programs, and today I'm focusing on economic development and cost share, KDOT shows our commitment to partnering with communities, helping them to leverage their funds to achieve their own transportation goals. Our cost share program is one of our newest and most popular programs. It was created when the Kansas Joint Legislative Transportation Vision Task Force recommended that KDOT look at ways to leverage state funding with local and private funding for projects related to job growth and retention. In 2.5 years, we have awarded 120 projects across Kansas, distributing over $100 million to communities that have provided $74 million in matching dollars. For our cost share program, we have rounds every fall and spring. We ask for a 15% community match. All modes of transportation are eligible, and projects should improve public transportation infrastructure. Our economic development program was created under the T-Works Transportation Plan. Its goal is to create new jobs and create capital investment in Kansas by helping fund transportation improvements to recruit new businesses and encourage growth of existing businesses. For our economic development program, applications are accepted year-round. We have asked for a 25% community match. All modes of transportation are eligible, and projects should bring new jobs to Kansas. In 2020 through 23, KDOT has committed to investing over $54 million in 22 economic development projects across the state for businesses that had invested over $2 billion, creating and retaining over 6,000 jobs in Kansas. Our second goal under Ike is more options. We want to provide Kansans with more transportation options because it'll expand their quality of life. And like I mentioned earlier in the survey of businesses, the majority of respondents listed transportation as important to their businesses. So as we look to the future and how we as a state and as communities grow, it's important to look at the overall picture. Industrial parks serve their purpose, but is there a plan for getting workers without vehicles to the site? Are there transit options for people across the city who have to work second or third shifts? Have we incorporated quality of life concerns as we move forward? These are just a few of the questions that we look at when we look for more options for Kansans. And our third is problem solving. Ultimately, we're here to solve problems. It's not always glamorous. History books aren't written about fixing potholes, but it matters to the person who has to drive over it every day on their commute, to the businesses that want to move their freight safely, to the communities that take pride in their roads. By fixing these things, we make their lives a little better, and we demonstrate KDOT's commitment towards working with communities in the ways that they need. So for more information about the cost share and economic development programs and all of our partner programs that KDOT offers, please visit us at ks.ike.org/community/resources, or you can email me directly at michelle.d.needham@ks.gov. So at KDOT, we know transportation is more than roads and bridges. Transportation is about people. Keeping people safe and improving their quality of life is at the core of virtually everything that we do. Thank you all so much. And does anyone have any questions?
Thank you, Michelle. Does anyone have questions? Well, Michelle, I just signed out 2 letters this morning of support to our communities here in this area for projects. When you get them, I hope you look favorably upon those projects, and we'll, I'm sure, be sending other ones to you in the future. But we sincerely appreciate what KDOT does. Secretary Lorenz is.
Oh, absolutely. And I look forward to seeing all projects and letters from everyone.